In this section, we're going to look at the internet, give you a definition of that, the intranet, and finally we'll look at extranets. So the internet, that's that big scary thing out there that everybody's got an e-commerce website on these days. This is the web, the World Wide Web. And typically we will isolate ourselves from the internet with a periphery of firewalls and other defensive mechanisms. The intranet is typically my corporate environment, my corporate network, again, bounded by firewalls to protect me from that public internet. So the differences are, internet is that public space, the intranet is that private space. The internet is highly untrusted, hostile. The intranet is generally considered trusted, and I say that relatively trusted. We can also run web type of services on the intranet. This is more and more common all the time. We'll see web servers, FTP servers, and other types of even internal email servers on our corporate intranet behind the firewalls. The third type of network that we bump into is called the extranet. Now again, we have the picture of the intranet. That's my trusted environment bounded by firewalls. And there's that public scary thing out there called the internet. An extranet would be a network that I connect to that is remote to my corporate network environment. In other words, I might actually have to run over public wires like the internet to connect to this other network, the extranet. Generally, when I do this, I will secure my data transmissions over those public wires by the use of VPNs, or virtual private networks. These VPNs encrypt all data flow from my intranet network to their extranet network. Here we're going to look at electronic data interchange. Now, EDI is a way that businesses communicate amongst themselves. In the old days, these were actually programs, custom programs that were written so that a manufacturer might be able to communicate his inventory information to the suppliers of that inventory. This was commonly used in what they call just-in-time inventory control, JIT, inventory control. So the manufacturer signs a deal with a vendor and says, I promise I'll buy all of my widgets from you as long as you see to it that my inventory of widgets never exceeds 200 but never drops below 100. So you monitor my widget inventory and you deliver to me a new supply of widgets just in time. This way I don't have to spend too much money on inventory on the shelf, but I never have to worry that I'm going to run out of inventory. This is a classic example of an EDI application. So again, this was a custom application written between suppliers and the manufacturing facilities. Primarily was used for inventory control. Today we do this much more easily than we ever did before with tools such as XML. It's really easy to build an XML website that is highly secure. Only the vendors are allowed to access this data. And I'll even run the data stream between me and the supplier over the internet through an encrypted channel. So I'll build a VPN from the supplier to the manufacturer. I'll build a custom website that provides them access to only one thing, my widget inventory, so that they can now monitor my inventory and deliver me inventory just in time.